what's up everyone? This is Aaron Packer with shoppinglocal.net, and I'm with Jeremy Limerick of Brody's Barbecue. How's it going, buddy?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. So we're here to learn a little bit more about Brody's Barbecue, a little bit why he started Brody's Barbecue, some different things he's doing with social media, and we're going to talk about these things here right now. So, and as I said, this is pretty low-key, pretty laid back, so if you could tell us, what were you doing before you started Brody's Barbecue?
Brody's Barbecue was kind of an accident, but kind of not. I've always wanted to work for myself, but so I was in the oil field and I was an account manager, and I would go and cater rigs for all these guys, and most of the people I catered for were from Texas and Louisiana, where barbecue is real big. And a lot of the guys I became really close with, they just said, hey look, just quit bringing us this stuff, like it's terrible. And I was kind of offended, but kind of not. All of them had these cookers welded to their shacks, and they said, just bring us the meat and we'll cook it. And I'm like, all right. So I just started bringing these guys briskets instead of bringing them the barbecue already done, and ate some of it, and I was like, man, this is good. And
pretty good.
So the more I talked to these guys, they're like, yeah, this is real barbecue. And I was so clueless at the time. I'm like, well, what do you mean? And they said, this is just cooked with fire. It's not, pretty much anything you get at a restaurant, especially in Pennsylvania, is with a smoker that involves gas or electric that basically heats an element and then have a smoldering piece of wood or chips or pellets on it. And with that, you get a lot of stagnant smoke. There's no energy. It's a completely different flavor than Texas barbecue or real barbecue that's just cooked over a wood fire. And after I tasted that, I was just completely blown away. And so I went home and told my wife I was ordering a barbecue trailer, and I did. And my plan was originally to cook for those guys, but then oil and gas kind of took a dive, and so here I had this smoker that I just spent a lot of money on, and an angry wife, and so I had to figure something out. So that's kind of how it happened.
There you go, sweetheart.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring him a smoker someday. And just to let you know, I'm gonna open up my own restaurant.
Yeah, that's really how it happened.
I'd love to hear how that conversation was.
Yeah, it was.
My wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, be a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Now that's cool. We were talking before we jumped on camera, and some of the things he says he has to go through to get ready every single day, and some of the work it entails. I'm going to get to see a behind-the-scenes look at this stuff here, and you'll get to see some of the pictures during the video here. But it's really in-depth stuff, and if you can just maybe go into detail, like what's the process that you guys go through?
So, first of all, cooking strictly with wood, we have to get wood everywhere we go. We have a brick and mortar here, but then we also do about 110 days of concessions on the road. So you're constantly hauling firewood, keeping your wood dry. It's a constant battle in the summertime. Our pork butts take 9 to 11 hours depending on the wind and the temperature outside and that kind of thing. So that's something else that we're always kind of battling. We say we're open at 11. Some days we don't get open until 11:15 because outside temperature dropped or the pit temperature dropped, or that kind of thing can happen. But it's a ton of work. Most in the summertime, my days usually start about 2:30 in the morning and don't end until 9:30 or 10 at night. So it's not much sleep for about 4 straight months. I have it a little bit easier here. I have a really good staff here at my restaurant, and a lot of them come with me too out on the road. But out on the road is I'm doing pretty much everything out there.
And
so it's
out on the road's pretty soon, right?
Yeah, it's coming up. June we'll start traveling for the summer. So
I always say it's bittersweet because the restaurant closes. And when is it? May
17th.
May 17th.
Yeah.
And then he's out at the fairs and all the festivals. So make sure you track him on Facebook, see where he's traveling to, so then you can go check him out and get some of those hog fries.
Yep,
those things are amazing.
Thank you.
Now I want to talk to you about the name of the business too, because I remember the first time I came here, a long time ago, that's what really hooked me then.
Yeah.
With your homemade barbecue sauces too,
Yeah.
by the way. But how did you name the business? I want everyone to kind of hear that story.
So my first son is named Brody, and so we just decided, whenever I was starting this business, I wanted to basically raise it right, just like you would your kids, and so we named it after my first son, Brody. And now everybody thinks my name's Brody, so I'm walking through Walmart and 9 out of 10 people call me Brody.
I thought that too.
But that's okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's all right.
I almost said that the first time I met him. So
Yeah.
no, it was an honest mistake.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit of social media strategy, because I'm gonna tell you right now, he does a ton of great stuff on social media. And it's not easy though, and everyone thinks it just kind of comes naturally.
Right.
For you, it definitely does come naturally.
Right.
But what was some of the biggest challenges getting that brand started online? And I always talk about two different avenues. There's paid traffic, and then there's organic traffic that we try to generate.
Right.
And you do a great job of both, from what I noticed.
In the beginning, it was a lot of paid traffic. And since nobody up here was doing authentic wood-fired barbecue, customer education was a huge deal for us. A lot of the cuts of barbecue that we do, you wouldn't typically get, at a restaurant in Western Pennsylvania. So that was a big deal, just educating our market. And in the beginning, I was spending a lot of money, boosting ads, and I was spending a lot of money on Facebook every month to gain likes, really, just to kind of build my audience. But it's like anything else. Number one, if you quit doing it, you lose a lot of momentum, and your customers kind of quit checking you out, if you will, and quit seeing your stuff. And number two is the more you work at it, the more likes you get, the more people start following your page, and it's just a domino effect. So where I'm at now is a lot of my traffic is organic, but I've been working 4.5 years to build the page and get it here, and we work every week at it. I mean, there probably isn't a week in the last 4.5 years that we haven't at least gained a like, and I've had incredible weeks where we've gained 600 and 700 likes, at a big festival or something like that, where nobody knew about us, or we did a really good giveaway, and it's when you can pick up 600 or 700 likes, that's a big deal, especially for Western PA. So
for sure. Now that's a big topic that we always kind of talk about. How important are page likes to you? I guess because some people value them, some people don't. But I kind of know how I feel about them. But what do you think?
I think they're very important because sometimes, depending on how you boost your ads, a lot of my giveaways I will do people who like this page and their friends.
Yeah.
So that's basically going to all my organic people who definitely are at least half interested in barbecue or my barbecue, and then all their friends too. And it's like anything else. If a sweeper salesman shows up at your door and tries to sell you a sweeper, you might not buy it. But if your buddy tells you how good the sweeper is, you know what I mean? So if their friend likes the page, and they can at least have someone to ask, or hey, I saw this on your page, and that's how a lot of it happens. I mean, that's how word of mouth is probably responsible for 80 to 90% of our business, and a lot of that came from Facebook and Instagram.
It's almost like the new type of word of mouth.
Yeah, yes, for sure.
And it's like, I always say likes almost show credibility too.
Right.
If you see that, what do you guys have? You guys have an
we're like, I think 17 away from 12,000 right now.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
For a place that's in small town Pennsylvania, that's absolutely incredible. And something else that I've noticed is Facebook's algorithm is almost starting to move more towards comments.
Yeah.
To start to get more.
They want to see that engagement.
You know what I mean? Because it's almost like likes and shares are becoming too easy now.
Yes, right.
So
they want to see a comment.
Yeah. Are you having people comment on those things?
Tons.
Yeah.
The giveaways, and once in a great while I'll say comment your favorite thing about Brody's or whatever. But even on just a typical like and share giveaway, I'll usually have 200 to 500 comments on a big one. So that's a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is there anything you can offer other local businesses? Like, what's one tip that you would offer them, or one strategy? What's something that maybe has worked best for you to get started in that direction?
The biggest thing I see with local businesses, especially restaurants, is they get so irate when they see a bad comment or a bad review. And they instantly don't want to do Facebook or social media. But like for us, which you're going to get them. There's no way to make everybody happy. But for us, I want to say I love when I get a bad review, but it gives you the opportunity to fix it.
Love that.
Instantly.
Love that.
And even if, there's people out there who are never happy no matter what. And then it gives you a chance to publicly fix it and let every other customer know that you made a great attempt to fix it. And so if the people, if we have a complaint here, I usually comp their dinner, and I give a gift card. Yeah. Like, I don't think there's anything more I could do besides that.
Better not tell too many people.
Yeah, right.
We all be complaining.
Right. So, if we do that and they're still not happy or still giving us, bad review or whatever, but that's the biggest thing I love about social media is, and if they have a question, if you advertise in a newspaper and a customer wants to know, hey, what time are you open tonight till? And that information isn't in the paper ad, they can't find it. But on Facebook, I get an alert, someone commented, I see what it was, I can instantly interact with my customer, potentially gain another customer for that night. And that happens so much. That happens, in the summertime hundreds of times a month.
I love the way you put that,
Yeah.
because I always tell people don't be afraid of bad comments.
Right.
And whenever I was doing healthcare sales, we always said take a problem and turn it into an opportunity.
Yeah, exactly.
And it sounds like you guys learn from it,
Yeah.
and you make your process better from it, which
Right.
is absolutely incredible.
And something else, sometimes you do have a problem. You know, I mean, sometimes you do. So, I mean, I've you know, this we're going into our 5th year in business here, and I'll be the first one to admit, our first couple of years we did have some problems, but honestly, our customers fixed most of them, to my knowledge, you know, and it was just because, you know, we had a couple consistent complaints or, you know, stuff on social media, and we reached out to those customers and talked to them a little bit and made a couple of changes, and then we didn't have that complaint anymore. So, I mean, every business, no matter how long you're in business, I think you constantly have to be evolving, and you know, it gives you the opportunity to evolve with your people.
What's the cliche saying? You have 2 ears in one mouth for a reason. You know,
Right, yeah.
Listen twice as much.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that you guys are doing stuff like that. Is there anything else you kind of wanted to throw in that's going on? Any news? You want anyone else to know before we tie things up?
Just come check us out. We're gonna we have a beef stand as well at a few spots. A few of our real busy spots, we have a beef stand this year. So I believe we got awarded extra space in 4 locations for that. Our concessions has been really, really busy, and just it's a lot of fun. It's my favorite time of the year because that's how I started this business, was out of a tent, and then we bought a trailer, and it's great because I get to cook the product, handle the product, and then serve the product and make sure every customer left happy. And that's, as opposed to here where we put 200 or 300 people through here on a Friday night, there's really no way for me to actually talk to every single person that came through here. But in my trailer, you're walking up to the window and getting the food, so I can, no matter how many people come, I can talk to everybody and make sure everybody, had a good experience there.
That's awesome. And you said first festival is going to be at?
Jimmy Stewart Airport, June 8th and 9th.
There you go.
Yeah.
Go check them out at the Jimmy Stewart Airport, June 8th and 9th. And thanks for tuning in again. We'll check out with you here soon. See ya.